Ladies and gentlemen,
round two. This time from Tweed. Last night, Manotick had home ice advantage and took full exception of the rule. Win on home ice, and you'll secure the playoff series. Bid home, Tweed has two, so they have to find a way to win back in Manotick. But tonight, it's get the job done in this 60 minutes. The green and gold and the black and white facing off in the finals for the first time ever for both hockey franchises. Neither one wants to walk away as the bridesmaid. Everybody I don't know. Everybody kind of wants to be nobody wants to be the best man. They always want to be that. Never mind. Hello, everyone, and welcome again from NPHL Central. Game 2, the Tweed Oil Kings and the Manotick Mariners. Last night's game saw the Mariners come out with a 4-1 win. The contributors for the Manotick Mariners, Grant Cooper, Jonathan Sear, and Tyler Melvin. He actually had a Gordie Howe hat trick, but they all had a goal and an assist. Brendan McCara, 2 assists. Nicholas Hammer, 1 goal. And Bert Berkliev continues his incredible stint in net over this season. 25 of 26 shots he stopped. And during that same day, he was awarded the best goalie in the Capital Division for best goaltender in the Northern Premier Hockey League, and for good reason. His regular season record was 10-0, 233 goals against average, and a .924 save percentage with a shutout. In the playoffs, he's been unbeaten in regulation, going 7-0-2 with a .254 goals against average and a .925 save percentage with 2 shutouts. He's been absolutely incredible. At the other end of the rink, last night it was Evan Morrison who stopped 38 of 42 shots. He just was not enough. And his playoff record is 4-2. 443 goals against, an .886 save percentage. And it's either him or Matt Lovey's in the cage tonight. Matt Lovey's on the regular season, 8-1. 366 goals against average and a .903 save percentage. And a playoff record of 4-1 with a 341 goals against and a .921 save percentage as well. And Jacob Brudenhill, he had the lone goal for the Tweed Oil Kings last night. And tonight they look on this smaller ice surface, their friendly home confines, to get themselves even Steven in this best of 5 series, winner take all. A lot of implications going on, not just the coveted prize of being the capital champions of the Northern Premier Hockey League, but if the Tweed Oil Kings can beat the Manotick Mariners in this playoff series, they will book their ticket to the Outlaw Tournament in late April, early May. And a very, very big series for these guys. The biggest in franchise history. After beating the Deserano Bulldogs, this became the biggest. Swept Deserano, only beating them by 3 goals in the 3 series, or the 3 games of that best of 5 series, winning every game by 1 goal. So, and also that was capped off by a 69 save performance by Matt Lovey's on 73 shots. So this place is filling up fast. Hey, James, do you want to get a look of the arena, the people that are here, the crowd? This is the scene on hand here, folks. We are 27 minutes before puck drop, and this place is full already. It's loud, it's intense, and it's electric. Just like last night in Manotick, just a little more seating here in Tweed. And although they did have an upper deck, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a little bigger in the capacity. But last night, Tweed brought out quite a bit of fans to the Mike O'Neill Arena for Game 1. Manotick will do the exact same. Walking in the door, you could feel the intensity, the passion throughout just the fan base alone. Got to run into a couple of coaches and some of the players for either side, and you can see it in their face. This is it, folks, and they are ready to go. Another huge announcement was, for this reason, I'll read it off to you here real quick. The Tweed Oil Kings lost 9 players over the offseason. Each and every player was a well-known fan favorite for one reason or another. They were impact players, goal scorers, defenders, and physical stars. For any team in any league, that would be a major setback and a guaranteed trip to the basement. The opportunity presented itself for the Tweed Oil Kings brass to show their community and their terrific fan base that they are never going to stop trying to reward the loyalty of so many dedicated fans with a championship. They put one foot in front of the other and went on to create a team driven by passion, heart, and soul. Couple that with incredible skill and elite goaltending, and it gave the small town of Tweed and the county of Hastings a team they can be proud of and be excited to flood the front doors of this beautiful arena every Sunday afternoon. They put on a performance that shocked the Northern Premier Hockey League and paved the way to their first ever appearance in the finals. A very deserving and fitting award for such a storybook season for one of the best fan bases in the entire league. The story is not finished yet. They have one more chapter left to write, and I can guarantee that the green and gold will play through blood, sweat, and tears to try and give their fans one more roaring cheer before this season comes to a close. And that is the reason why Super Dave, the big executive in Tweed, was given the Executive of the Year award. Turning around this franchise after losing such big name players is no small feat, and he did it. And they are now in the finals. And I'll be honest with you, for any onlooker from the outside looking in would say that is a successful season, but it guaranteed will not be if they... What?
Great, thank you. Huh? We have you will never run out.
Sorry, folks. We're using my phone to connect everything right now. Hey, Blue Jay Gamer, if that's you, brother, what an incredible job. I can't use my phone to get onto Facebook. I would love to give you a shout out, and I have a terrible memory. I can't remember your name. I really can't appreciate you enough for going out of your way to give us this scoreboard. It's fantastic and greatly appreciated. Yeah, it's beautiful. But yeah, so, we're not 100% sure what's going on. Last time we were here, the stream was absolutely perfect, but this time it is quite a bit glitchy. And it doesn't seem to be correcting itself in any way, shape, or form. But it is a record. We are recording it, so after the game we will be posting it, and the recorded version will be up later on tonight. But hopefully, at least the voice is coming through, and you can enjoy it even with the low quality and the glitchy of it. But it's like we say, we're running on. We're not a billion-dollar company. We're running on basically no budget, and they use Ethernet, and we are using our cell phones. But as I was saying, with Super Dave, incredible job, and for any onlooker, they would say that it's a complete season. They've done an incredible job, but for Tweed, that will not be enough for them. They want that championship. Boy, oh boy. But at any rate, we got a great game. So game two is 5 short minutes away for our first highlight package that James has. What we'll do is play. Oh, you know what we'll do is. We'll play the final game from the Manotick Birthday Series. First intermission we'll have. Hello, Cheryl, Cody. In the first intermission, we will have the last game between the Barry's Bay Wolves and the Manotick Mariners that brought them to where they are right now. And I'm just trying to see here. Just looking to try and fix this stream for you there, folks. Where did the thing go? There we go. Well, 2:30 to go. We will have in the pregame intermission the highlight package from the Manotick Barry's Bay game, and when we come back, we will immediately go into the Tweed Oil Kings anthem. And actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. James. First intermission, we're going to do the Tweed Oil Kings anthem and David's interview. Super's anthem. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here, folks. In about a minute, we're going to bring you over to the Tweed Oil Kings anthem, and then to the interview that I had at their charity golf tournament, where Super allowed me to interview him, and he is your executive of the year, so I figured that we would give him a little bit of face time that he deserves. Actually waiting right up until the final buzzer sounds as well to clear the ice. You can tell that they are excited and passionate about this game. Nobody wants to vacate the ice. Usually around this time there's 2 or 3 guys left. This is going to be an epic tilt. If we do lose the stream, because we are going to try, yeah, I know. If we do lose the stream, it's because we are trying to fix it during this little intermission here. But we will post it again on NPHL. So stay with us there, folks. All right. So we'll go to the first to the pregame intermission. Tweed Oil Kings anthem, and then Super's interview. Thanks for tuning in, folks, from the Tweed Municipality of Tweed Community Center in Tweed, Ontario. Thanks for tuning in, folks, on NPHL Central. Manotick Tweed next.
It'll cross your eyes. Hot moms attracting, got you hypnotized. Chocolate green and gold, suit so sharp it shines.
Tweed to the point. Reinhold shoot, score! Reinhold rifles that one.
Nice play out by McCann to Morris into the rush. Morris in, what a goal! Oh my! It's a 3-on-0. Pass across and they score. Drains the zone. He's indoor and he scores.
Ice is our battlefield. Fight for every goal.
Nino, what a stop. Masterson walks in, drag.
Oh my word! What a save by
Never say and die. Go oil, go. Feel the rush tonight. Go oil, go. Everything's alright. See the crowd roar, hear the thunder loud. Dough on the rush, making us so proud. Ice is our battlefield, fight for every goal. With hearts on our sleeves, we rock and we roll. Go oil, go, we'll light up the sky. Go oil, go, we're never saying die. Go oil, go,
Chance now.
feel the rush
Oh,
tonight.
point drifted by Lori. Score! He drilled it, and he found the box.
in on goal. Doherty shoots. Score!
I'm here with the king of the mic, Super Dave, for the Tweed Oil Kings, the legend himself.
And I'm here with Billy, the goddamn voice of the USHL.
It's a pleasure to do this, Super.
Oh, it's
Thanks a
great.
lot.
Great day today. The Tweed Oil King third annual golf tournament. People are throwing shit at me. They don't really care about me. They're mean, but that's okay, Billy.
There's not a guy I could ask who would have a better understanding of the Tweed Oil Kings. Going into the season, a little more serious question. What do you see for the Oil Kings this year?
Well, I think we're going to be really good. We got the addition of Jacob Bradney. We got Bratz coming back. We got a Campbellford bunch of guys. We got Pickles. We got Joe Carruthers. We got Big Mers coming back. We got Rhino. We're going to be lights out this year. It's going to be crazy.
You guys have probably one of the best. I can't say the best because that'd be showing.
No, that'd be favorites.
But the
Yeah.
fans for the Tweed are incredible. What is one thing that you can say about the fans?
Well, our fans are second to none. They're very passionate about the Oil Kings. They've been around since the start of it. We started in 2019 after COVID, so it really brought our community together, and it's been spectacular. And we can't say enough about our fans. And every time you come into that rink, you better be prepared to play hockey because they're going to make you play hockey.
Super Dave, your passion for Tweed is unrivaled.
I love it.
The podcast is incredible.
Thank you very much.
And you're a legend all around Tweed.
Billy,
Thank you, brother.
your commentary. Hey, we love you all. Your commentary is second to none, and you guys are really pushing out of USHL, and it's great to be a part of it all, and it's only going to get better.
I appreciate it. Second to yours. Thanks, guys.
When senior hockey returned to Tweed in 2019, they felt it proper to honor their past by naming their team after one of the greatest senior teams in the 1970s, the legendary BP Oil Kings, who captured the All-Ontario Championship and cemented their place in local hockey history. They pay tribute tonight as the Oil Kings host their first home game in the finals in the Northern Premier Hockey League. Last night, the Manotick Mariners paid tribute to their loyal fans and brought home their first finals victory. It's only their second season in the league, and this fan base is accustomed to winning. Can this Sunday night tilt add another reason for optimism along the Rideau River, or will the Oil Kings pull off another memorable victory to begin their march to the ultimate prize? What we have in front of us is a game for the ages. The way to any championship comes with many strings attached. It never goes the way you want. You can find yourself down 2 games to nothing and on the brink of elimination, which both sides have found themselves in this season, and have had a very rare reverse sweep, which these two teams have done this playoffs. You can be down by 3 with all hope lost and find a way to come back and win. What all of these things have in common is adversity, grinding through difficult times as this team builds character and brings teams together when the chips are down. They're able to find a way to win. They find a way to turn the impossible into the possible. That's what championship teams are made of. Both of these high-quality hockey clubs have built a reputation around this league, and it screams championship. But who will be cheering when the final buzzer sounds? Only time will tell. And folks, we have Game 2 on the horizon for us here from the Tweed Community Arena. It's a beautiful arena, great crowd on hand, and the Oil Kings are looking to even this series up. But first, we'll go down to ringside and give tribute to those same BP Oil Kings.
Here in this community, it's been around for a very long time, as long as I can remember. And tonight, I have the honor and the privilege to introduce to you the reason why we're winning the Tweed Oil Kings. Back in 2019-2020, Rochelle Hardesty and John Desjardins, a good buddy of mine, were instrumental in bringing the senior hockey back to Tweed. It couldn't be done without a name. So John went to Ray Murphy, we call him Peachy. And is it okay if we use the Tweed Oil King name? And Peachy said, oh, please, yeah. So tonight, we honor them. The 75-76 All-Ontario Senior Champs, the Tweed BP Kings. And they're located right here in the left of me. Players that are not here representing: Ken Jeffrey, Thomas Ross, Jerry Parks, John Desjardins Sr., Ted Ensbury, Paul Farrell, Glenn Hagerman, Glenn Nickel, Ramon Lee, Terry Lesage, Terry was my left winger in Old Timers. He was awesome. Gave me all kinds of goals. Sonny Osborne, Barry Remington, Barry Rajat. And who is seated with us today, ladies and gentlemen, is Doug Perry, Jimmy Gaylord, Murray Spencer, Doug Potts, Ray Murphy, Richard Rajat, Harold Bateman, Grant Henderman, Russell Smith, Jack Smith, Dick Beard, Jim Anderson, and Jack Smith. The 75-76 BP And now, the starting lineup for your Tweed Oil Kings. Number 16, Jake Rugenhill. Number 21, Kyle Vandenhurst. Number 22, Jacob Bradley. Number 23, Colin Rupp. Number 28, Matt Lowry. And starting between the pipes, and number 33, Old Machine Matt Levy. Please remain standing and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
True
Another beautiful rendition of our Oh Canada. Game 1 was Manotick's 4-1, directing 42 at Evan Morrison. Tonight, Matt Lovies gets the blue paint. 4-1, a 341 goals against, and a 921 save percentage at the other end of the rink. Berkliev, the goalie of the year. 17-0-2 on the season, 7-0-2 in the playoffs, and a 254 goals against, and a sparkling 925 save percentage with a couple of shutouts, 3 total on the year. This is going to be a game, folks. Let's get set. The Manotick Mariners were on a roll early. The Oil Kings put the body to them for the entire 60 minutes, but the Mariners did not back down. This is a continuation of that. And the draw is won directly back to Vandenhert and sent through center ice. Gustafson back to pick that off, and Cardwell will flip that out through center. Picked off by Jacob Bratney. He is a big-time player for these Tweed Oil Kings, let me tell you. In the hand, Elijah trying to hit him at the blue line. On that quickly is Lau, the shot, and a stop by Lovies, tested early. I'll tell you, this arena is a little smaller than the previous arena we were at. They're in, shoots, and a stop by Berkliev. I think that rung the post as well. And they're coming back the other way with speed. Melvin, shot up into the mesh. And Tyler Melvin last night having himself a night, a Gordie Howe hat trick as they call it. The youngins there may not recognize that term. Goal, an assist, and a little fisticuffs last night in the Mike O'Neill Arena. There was a lot of that stuff, pushing and shoving after the whistle, big hits, and the physical play never wavered. Draw to the left of Matt Lovies. One to the half wall, trying to get that back to the blue line, and Morris gets it out of the zone. Sent in along the half wall now, and the Oil Kings will ring it around the wall, knocked down in front of the net. Coming in hard is Ingram on the forecheck. Backhand pass to Ferguson. Throwing it to Ingram again in the slot. Ferguson battling for it, and he can't get free. Taken down, and Jonathan Sear will bring it out and flip it through center. Knocked down by Ingram. He'll gain the zone, but he's just in offside. Hope everyone's enjoying it at home. The only time I'll say it tonight, folks, we will have the recorded version later on tonight. James has got the stream pumping pretty good right now. And the puck has moved out through center. Not a lot we can do. On the left wall, drilled along there by a pair of Oil Kings. Brody Morris head up the whole way. Slipped a pass over. Nice pick there. Trying to come in as Brown, and he's knocked off the puck and going tumbling into the cage is number 10, Connor Barrett. And we'll have a face-off just inside the Manotick zone. Brody Morris, one of those end-to-enders you saw in the Tweed Oil Kings anthem song. He had one of the most beautiful goals we've ever seen. And in the first intermission, you'll get to see another one of the most beautiful goals we ever saw, and that was from that same. I'm pretty sure it was actually, was it Barrett? No, it was definitely Melvin. That end-to-ender from his own zone. And that end-to-ender. Oh, looks like Bratney's going off for some repairs to the chin. It was a beautiful end-to-ender by Tyler Melvin. Put it top shelf on the backhand. It was a beauty goal. But Brody Morris, he had one of the nice beauties there as well. He tried that in the last play. Sent rink wide. On him quickly is Millington. He had a spur in his saddle last night, let me tell you. Hitting every single thing that moved. Dumping it into the corner. On that quickly is Vandenhert. That pass along the wall will connect with Brudenhill, but the Mariners will collect it in their own zone. Defenseman of the year was Jake Cardwell for the Manotick Mariners. He's wearing number 72. Scored! The hammer puts the Mariners on the board first, and it's 1-0. Same way it started last night's game. What a play to get in over the line. And a pass up by that same Jake Cardwell, and he buried it. And the Mariners are on the score sheet first. The Hammer, he is incredibly difficult to keep off the score sheet. In playoffs this season, he's had 5 goals. That's his 6th, and this is his 12th game of the season. It's been unbelievable. Big banner actually up for him last night. We love the Hammer. He brought it down in that play. Brody Morris, that pass back to Crothers, connects, and they send it through center. That's deflected in by Mac Lowry. Fan favorite here in Tweed. Sent along the wall, that missed everybody, and it's going to go 200 feet for an icing. Real quickly, coach of the Deseronto Bulldogs, Brandon Tucker, getting coach of the year. Burke Berkliev, as I said in the opening, Manotick's goalie of the year. Jared Stay from the Barry's Bay Wolves, top forward. Jake Cardwell, the top D from Manotick. Tate Leeson from Smith Falls, the top point scorer. And David Prance, Super Dave, as he's known here in Tweed, the executive of the year. All that was released by the NPHL yesterday. So congratulations to all those terrific hockey players. He just stayed onside. Lau! And what a beauty save by Lovies. Threw out the glove and the little windmill action after to boot. What a save. Lovies has been stellar. He was in net for that 69 save performance on 73 shots to end Deseronto's bid for the championship. Wires that pass up ice. Trying to gain the line is Lowry, and he's knocked off that puck. In after that quickly is Colin Doyle, but the Mariners, Finkelstein is out through center. Drop pass over to Gustafson. Shot through, and that's stopped by Lovies, and the rebound is gobbled up in a quick hurry. Morris boxed out Gustafson as he went crashing into the cage. Draw to the left of Lovies, little repairs with the helmet here. And he made a scintillating save, as legendary broadcaster used to say. That was a sparkling glove save by Matt Lovies. His co-pilot there, Evan Morrison, put on a great show last night for the squad. And he's looking to repeat that here tonight. And hopefully Tweed can get their offense rolling. But the defense last night of Manotick was ridiculous. I mean, they were 4 men back all the time, but still providing great offense as well. That's hard to do. Cooper, what a save by Lovies, challenging the shot, getting out to the top of the blue paint, throwing out the blocker. Huge hit along the wall by Vandenhert, creates a turnover, and the captain, Murray Free, looking to get his boys rolling here. That pass over, Little couldn't get to it first, knocked off the stick there of Shutt. Out through center. Sear bodies his way in. 2 huge hits, and he bodies him into the wall, but the support crew comes in and lays him for good measure. Cooper, the shot, closes the wickets, and a great save by Matt Lovies. And this stuff happened all last night. The mucking it up after the whistle. Draw to the left of Lovies. That goes back to LeBron. Shot through! And he saw it the last second and closed the arm down to make that save, and that comes outside the line. It'll be an offside. .16:13 remaining here in the first frame. That draw is scrummed. And the Oil Kings will come out with it. Another fan favorite, Ferguson. Moves that puck along. And out of their own zone, trying to move it. There's Musklau. Sent up ice. Ferguson over. Chance shot, and he fired it wide. Last night I counted a lot of missed nets for the Oil Kings. And any one of those, I mean, they could have had 40 shots of their own. Trying to pick the corners, and that is what Burke Berkliev does. He provides that presence that you've got to be perfect to get it by him. Berkliev, a great puck-playing goalie, sends that ahead, and that'll get the Manotick Mariners off in the right direction, but that's picked off. The defense of the Oil Kings snapped on. Lovies puts the blocker out on that one and steers it aside. Racing up through center is Vandenhert. Vandenhert throwing that up to Dawson Ellis. He was key last night. He played a great game, just did not get on the score sheet. And Gustafson, with that little move, brought him in offside. Face off to the right. That's one back and shot in on Lovey's. There was a shot like that last night on Burke Berkliev, and he had to be very careful with it. I was saying that those shots, they may look easy and they may look, not very threatening, but as you've seen in any league, that they can be difficult for any goalie at any time. Draw one into the corner. Sending it around is Brown to Carruthers. Manotick's forecheck is in full effect early in this one. The pass over connects, and Vandenhert and Carruthers playing catch as they try and back the Manotick Mariners forecheck off. Lost puck there. Look to move it inside the zone, and that's all being thwarted by terrific defense by either side. Sends a pass through the mid-ice area, and Tweed is off to the races. The dump and chase as Millington throws it in. Berkliev back around to the far side, and it caught Vandenhert. And Brown, huge hit along the boards there, and Mosklau is feeling that one. Pass over to Sear. Sends it in on Lovey's, and they'll go for another face-off inside the Tweed zone. This is a lively crowd here in Tweed. As always, it's a nice, comfortable arena, tiny, so the voices ring loud here. False start. Rudenhill, number 16 for Tweed, right out to the defender, and they tried to snap it through, couldn't get it. Bratney was on him. Brody Morris flips it off the wall. He'll get the return pass and send it in deep. Berkliev out to grab it. And that is at a play, and that is going to be a penalty to Berkliev. He actually had a penalty last night for slashing. Tonight, it's for delay a game. The Tweed Oil Kings will go to their first power play of the game. Looks like it's served by Brandon Makara. Looking to get out of that box quick and get a fast break. They got Vandenhert out there, and Bratney, the far side, looks like Ferguson. Dropped back to the point. Bratney waited. Waiting a little long there on that one. They got right to him, but look at this play. Over to the dot, back to the top of the blue line to Vandenhert. Gets the return pass, sends it over, and he fanned on the shot. Manotick will get out to center. They'll get into the Tweed Oil King zone deep. On him is Cooper. He has been lightning in a bottle for Manotick. Coming out through center is Vandenhert. Drops that puck back to Ferguson. Sends it over to Bratney, or to Doyle. He's in. Drop pass. Fired it in, and it hit Doyle in the back. Two Oil Kings in front of them. He walks out himself. Tried to send it over, and a high stick there. Brought down. Throwing it into the slot. Nobody there, and it's Lau, and he's off to the races. Vandenhert's got to catch him, but he can't, and Lovey's comes out to the top of the blue paint. Makes a terrific save. But Ferguson, he couldn't. There was a mess of players around there for just a moment, so screen the vision of the official. He could not see it for just that moment. Hope you're enjoying it in the chat. A lot of people on hand for this one. Very anticipated hockey game. Draw to the left of Matt Lovey's. 12:44 remaining here in the first, and $1.05 remaining in the power play for the Oil Kings, and this face-off is deep inside the Tweed Oil Kings zone. Mac Lowry trying to get everything in order. We'll face off against Gustafson. Thrown in behind the net to give themselves a little bit of time. Bratney leaves that there for Vandenhert. Vandenhert, he is being harassed by Gustafson. Vandenhert speeds out through center. He's in. He had one guy to beat. Hit his foot, and that is sent 200 feet. And they'll have to do it all over again. Bratney. Moving out through the mid-ice. Drop pass. There's 3 Oil Kings back. Lowry gets to the blue line and sends it in deep. Berkeley chipped that, and that will go sent all the way down again. Lovey's out to play it. Sends it in behind the net for Lowry. Rifles it back around the wall to Dawson Ellis. It's thrown over. We've got 10 seconds remaining in the power play. The Manotick forecheck is something else. Very difficult to get anything going. The Hammer throws that down, and that is the end. We are back to 5 aside. Hammer after him. And Morris scamper out through center. Didn't turn it over because look who's there. Isaac Brown. He's trying to chip that in and get behind Makara. He shoved him into the wall. Good body there on the boards, but long rink wide pass to Makara. Hit the referee, and they'll have to try it again. Fires it up to the blue line, and he's knocked down, and Tweed will go back to the power play. Huge crowd, Cheryl, big time. These are the last 2 teams, Chippy. Yep, this is the finals, and we'll just give you the implications. If the Oil Kings win this series, not only will they win the championship of the Capital Division, but they will also punch their ticket to the Outlaw Tournament in late May, or early May, late April. They will knock off the Barry's Bay Wolves. Also on the other side, if the Six Nation Ironmen win against Orangeville or Strathroy, I can't remember who, if that series is 3-1 now, but if the Ironmen find a way to win that, they will knock off Barry's Bay or Strathroy. So a lot going on right now. There's seeding still to be placed in the Outlaw Tournament. Tweed has made it very difficult on Barry's Bay. And so have the Six Nations Ironmen over in the Metro Division, the Metro Conference. There's nothing we can do, Chippy. We're literally running it off of our phone. We'll have the recorded version later. They have no Ethernet here, so like with Sportsnet and TSN, they would be hardwired in. We do not have those capabilities in this arena. We're running off 0 budget. And that will be, I keep being told not to bring that up, so I'm not going to bring it up again. Half wall, back to the point, over, shot, and it's blocked. And that bounces out through center. Vandenhert inside his own zone, and Tweed will get their second power play in the first period of game 2. Bratney across the blue line, turns up, but look at the Mariners. They're just all over them. Unreal. Dylan Ingram sends it to the blue line, trying to make space. He does. He faked the shot, gets it away, and up and over the net again. Missing the cage. They can get these on net. They can create rebounds maybe. But when they miss the net, right there, rung around the wall and sent all the way down the ice and kills the opportunity. Pass over to Bratney. Up on the left side here, throwing it rink wide. Throws it over and in front of the net, and it's deflected up and into the rafters. Face off one back to the blue line. Trying to send it over, and he will, but it will not connect properly, and Tweed will have to try and force the issue here. That's drilled off the wall, and that's sent all the way back down into the Tweed zone. Through center. Vandenhert throwing it around the wall and coming to the near side here. Tweed with 12 seconds remaining. They got set up but didn't get a lot of great scoring opportunities in their second power play of the game. Gustafson, snap shot. Lovies makes a great save on that one, and Brody Morris clears it away. Morris back in behind his own net. And it's knocked off his stick and sent out up into the rafters and cleared all that wood. Somehow, Carruthers knocked off his stick. Brody Morris sends it in through center to Ellis. Ellis sends it along the wall. And Murray Free can't control that puck as it's gone back to the blue line. Brody Morris won't throw it around the wall, and they'll need to get in onside again. Tam to Finkelstein. The new Oil Kings on the ice, fresh legs. And you can tell they are driven by a force. Shot stopped by Lovies. He has been quick to the puck every time and challenging the puck as well. Pass up through the neutral zone and sent down into the Manotick area. Trying to move that puck along the wall, and what a huge hit that was. Turning on his man and trying to come back inside the zone. Tweed will regroup. Trying to move that out in front of the net. Manotick thwarts that opportunity as well. No icing. Moving it out of the corner and looking back to the blue line. Knocked off his feet was Makara. He'll get the puck though and rifle it on Lovies. Had to be careful with that one. Tweed sends it along the boards and to the neutral zone, and Manotick will pick that off neatly. Rose hit hard by Millington. Another hit along the wall. Brody Morris behind his own net lost the puck. Second effort didn't work as Gustafson there. Wrap! And it's stopped by Lovies. Gustafson thought he put that home, but it did not connect. Thanks, Fergie. I really appreciate it, buddy. Big time. I'm using my son's phone. I have no idea. Backhand stop by Lovies. I have no idea really how to work it all that properly, to be honest with you. So I'm trying to switch back and forth to get the actual roster, which a lot of the time it's not even perfect either, but trying to get the roster for Tweed and correcting it on my score sheet here. So I really appreciate that, Fergie. Big time. Face off to the left of Lovies. Ingram at the draw, losing it to Finkelstein. But it's picked up by Bratney, and he'll backhand that in behind the net. Berkleyev off the wall, out through center ice, and Carruthers hits his man, and that was smarts for Gustafson. He felt that, but he's tough and will not go off. Cross the line, tried to send it over. Ingram the shot, redirected in front of the net. Couldn't get a stick on it. Carruthers at the point. The shot through gets to Berkleyev, and Berkleyev makes the save, and that is going to create a skirmish. This has been like this every single time, I can guarantee you that, throughout this series. And I don't think that's going to stop. Unfortunately, the referees are tasked with the problem of trying not to call too many penalties, but when you have those big kerfuffles after the whistle, one guy's got to go sooner or later to deter either side from cross-checking each other after the play is blown dead. Face off to the right of Berkleyev. Thrown in behind the net. And Tam will move that up quickly. Flip pass by Melvin. Went up into the rafters, but did not touch anything. Long ice pass. That's sent in front of Doyle there, and he couldn't collect it. Carruthers off the wall, sending it over to Lowry, and he'll drill that in deep. And Brudenhill tried to get after it quick, but that was Berkeleyev. Great defensive play to move it up. Cooper shot. Lovey stops it. It got in behind him. A great defensive play by Vandenhert. Loveys does not have his stick. He's got time now. And they'll move it out through center. Vandenhert rifles it on, stopped by Berkeleyev. That's what they need to do, is get some shots on, get some rebound confusion for Manotick. That pass over to Melvin. A good play there to knock him off stride. Mosklau trying to get it out of the Tweed zone. 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the first frame. 1-0 lead for Manotick. Makara can't pick it off. Flipping it off the boards, out and down the ice, and Murray Free trying to get after it first. And he drills his man into the wall, and another big hit, and this crowd erupts. Murray Free goes in to try and put a big hit on. He went down, but came up smiling. He is tough as nails. But definitely so is Makara. Throwing it around the boards. That'll come to the far side on the half wall, and big hit by Brody Morris. Knocked down. That's going to be tripping. Carter Mosklau tried to get in tight on him and then realized where the puck was. He could have got on the other side of him to take the puck away, and that will be 2 minutes for tripping. Martin from Spain. Holy Dinah. I think that's the farthest we've reached. We did have one, I think, from Great Britain last year and Puerto Rico. Throwing it up through center. Picking that up. Trying to make something happen here. Shorthanded. And that was how they scored their goal last night, was shorthanded. And that 4-1 final for Manotick. Tweed looking to get their second in as many games. Brody Morris, I mean, this is something else. Tweed killing some time in their own zone, throwing it up to kill off this penalty. Gustafson throws it over and connects to Ryan Lau. Off the wall, can't pick it up, trying to send it up through center, off the boards. Nice play. Trying to sift that in was Matt Lowry to Brody Morris. That's a 50-second shift for these guys that they've been going the entire time, killing this penalty. Throwing it around the wall to the far side to Bratney, and that's flipped down the ice. They'll kill more time. Cardwell throws that to Gustafson. Gustafson couldn't handle it. They'll just regroup. Throws it over to Cardwell, and the forecheck by Millington, forcing the Mariners back deep inside their own zone. But Jonathan Sear wheeling through. Sear's speed on full display there, and a great defensive play, but the Mariners now set up. Shot, redirect, looking in front of the net. Cardwell in his feet, terrific play to get it over to the half wall. Back down low, good defensive play there. Sliced at it, can't move it. Penalty coming to Tweed. Throws it on, deflected. Rebound chance for Cooper. One-timer, and he put it off the glass. And that will blow the play dead. With 12 seconds remaining, Manotick will have a 5-on-3. I think it's tripping, I'm pretty sure. A slash, yes indeed. There's one or the other right out in front of the official. He turned to wheel it, and there are good penalties, folks, and there are bad penalties. And yes, Cheryl from Spain, I can't believe it. Philippe Lovey's has been unbelievable. Not just this game, but this entire season. He's been spectacular. Both goalies have been great. But Lovey's, I mean, how do you shy away from a 69 save performance? Not really easy to back that up, but he's looking to do it here against the high-powered Mariners. Give his team a split in the first 2 games. Renault over, wide open, tried the pass into the slot. Brody Morris swung at that 5 seconds, and it'll be a 5-on-4. Throwing it back to the blue line, Cardwell, he's got a rocket. Passes it over to Sear. He's got a bullet, and he fired it off the post, and that goes up and into the mesh. I'll tell you right now, these Manotick Mariners have got to come up with everything they have in the toolbox to beat these Tweed Oil Kings, and one of them is withstanding the barrage of hits the green and gold have thrown at them. This is a tough black and white team, and they will be black and blue by the end of this series, but they're giving it back just as much as they're getting it. That's a scrum draw, but it's one right back to Manotick. Renault along the wall, sends it into the corner, back to Renault again. He'll throw it back to the blue line for Melvin, to the half wall, and low. Manotick working it very well. Still over a minute and 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Throwing it to Finkelstein. Getting himself set up in front of the net was Cooper with a big screen there and a hold, but they did not get the call. Finkelstein, the pass over, and they can't get the deflection in front of the net there. Sear back to Finkelstein, the blue line, and a penalty coming to Brody Morris. Shot and a beautiful save by Loveys. The cage is wide open. Lovey scampers back to the net. That hits a leg, goes outside the blue line. And they have 50 seconds remaining in this power play. Gustafson trying to go the far side. The wrap, throwing it out in front of the net. That is going to blow the play dead. That is not going to make the Tweed Oil Kings coaching staff happy at all. Brody Morris felt like he was held in front of the net for a couple of seconds, and then it was a very short time after that now it'll be Jacob Bratney going 2 minutes in the box, I'm pretty sure for roughing in front of the net. And that has fired this Tweed Oil Kings bench up. This is a back-to-back 5-on-3. The first one was about 15 seconds or so. The second one here is 44 seconds in a 5-on-3. Brody is giving it to Cardwell here. They're having a little jawing back and forth, and quite an exciting atmosphere here, my goodness. Draw to the right, that's one back. This could be huge. Cardwell down into the corner. Gustafson throwing it in behind the net to Jonathan Sear. Finkelstein at the blue line. They got Lau in front of the net. This is a high-powered 5-on-3 for Manotick. Gustafson going back to the blue line. He'll stop up as that pass there to the D-man would have been picked off. Throwing it over now, Cardwell. Snaps it through, and Loveys will not allow a rebound. What a save. And even better, holding on to the rebound. Coming out over the boards is Colin Doyle. And also Elijah Bratney. We've also got Colin Vandenhert. That's against quite the power play for Manotick. 20 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Draw one for the Mariners. Sending it back low inside the zone. Chip behind the net to Ryan Lau. Lau looking to the blue line, 10 seconds. Ripped it, hit the goal post and stayed out. Finkelstein unloaded on that one. And this is the end of the power play if they can't score. And they won't. A minute 16 remaining in the 5-on-4. A post and near misses here for Manotick. Finkelstein down low. Working it in behind the net. Gustafson is so hard to move in front of that net. Finkelstein, Matt Loveys. Unreal reaction to that one. He did not see that to the last second. Can they get a break? Skating in on goal was Colin Doyle. Drop the pass to Bratney. Morris keeps it in at the blue line. 8 seconds remaining in the period. And they'll pin it against the wall. And that will do it for the first period of this game 2 with a 1-0 series lead for the Manotick Mariners. What an epic first period. It's going to only get better and better. All right, folks, stay tuned. James put together quickly this morning the highlight package from last night's incredible Game 1. So we'll be right back. Highlight from Game 1 at the Mike O'Neill Arena in Manotick. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You're listening and watching to NPHL Central on YouTube. Nothing can be done about the past. You can't carry it with you, or it will sink your ship. Together, the Mariners erased the memory of the first 2 games of this series by the time they got to the rink for Game 3. It allowed them to play free of any baggage, and with their mindset, Manotick were able to win Game 3 and even more difficult, win Game 4 back in the Wolves' den. Together, Barry's Bay needs to do the exact same thing. Don't carry the memory that they have lost a 2-0 series lead into this game. Leave it back in Madawaska Valley. Remember that they can and have beat the high-powered club in the black and white. It's a saying as old as the game itself. A short memory allows for the best results. For us, this do-or-die game will never be erased from our memory. Printed on us for the remainder of our days. Let's enjoy this game as these teams play together. Penske to his left is McKenzie as he battles against Lau. It's back to Cardwell, sent to Gustafson. He'll go to the net. Lipinski will stop it, and they score! They score, and it's a 1-0 Mariners lead. Pass over to Lau, and they'll gain the zone. Center on the wall, and Gustafson's there. Hit against the wall by Menard. Along the half wall, tried to get it out, but they couldn't. Devin Campbell sends that over to Robert Lapine. Lapine tried to find his way through, and Gustafson. He's got a little bit of a break here, but he's got to beat Menard. He's got to beat Campbell. Instead, he scores! Instead of going to the net, trying to beat a few, he sends it back to Finkelstein. He drilled it, and it's 2-0 Mariners. What a drop pass, and what a block. As I said, folks, Ben Finkelstein, number 4 for Manotick, is a defenseman, but he scored 5 goals in 5 games. Unbelievable. Stopping up. Just trying to send it over. It just kept bouncing on him to the blue line. Summers will stop that. We are now 5 aside. That's up to Poirier. Looking to Sear. Sear scores! Jonathan Sear! They've got a 3-0 lead. Cut this lead down to 2. Draw is scrummed and perfectly done by Ryan Lau, the captain. Comes back to the point to Kelly Summers, the other captain. Stopping at the blue line. Trying to find a lane to get one through a screen. That shot blocked on the far side. Into the slot. Back to the point. Campbell with 8 on the clock. Shot blocked. And it goes into the corner. 4 seconds off the glass and out to the blue line. Stay. Shot through and it goes wide. And the final through 1. The Mariners leading it 3-0. He just hits Steele. McDade bodied off the puck. The Mariners control the shot. Put it wide. Back to the blue line. And moving it inside the zone. Deep from the point. The shot scores! The screen, Lipinski didn't see it, and it found it between the wickets. They're up again, a 4-goal lead. Across the blue line, the drop pass, the Hammer just couldn't get there in time. This time he will. McKenzie stops at the blue line and keeps it in. Summers looking across to Robert Lapine, but they have got it blocked off. Slot shot, a great block in front. Point shot through, and Berkliev making it look like he will never let a puck through. Makes a nice save on that one. Bouncing puck won by the Mariners. They'll send it in off the glass and around to the far side. And that is going to do it for the first 40. 20 to go. The Mariners still lead it by a score of 4-0. Draw one through the legs at Jared Stay. It's going to go all the way back into the Wolves zone. Summers to Campbell. Looks up and he's knocked off the puck by Gustafson. Summers comes over to the support. Finkelstein scores. And that will do it. Manotick goes up 5-0. And that will do it. The Manotick Mariners are going to move on to face off against their, as I said, their rivals, the North Dundas Rockets, for the conference finals in the West. And well deserved. They hunted pucks. They were down 2-0 in this series. Battled back, had to win in Barry's Bay, and it is not easy in Madawaska Valley to come away with a victory. Barry's Bay, I really feel like they thought they had it, and Manotick just showed their resilience and just how great of a club they are. Won that game, and then went back to, and then prior to that, they'd won at their home arena, of course, but then come here and won this one as well. So for myself and James here at NPHL Central, we want to thank you for tuning in. We love bringing it to you, and we hope that you love it as much as we do. We'll see you soon, folks. Bye for now. One period down, 2 to go. The Oil Kings trail 1-0 going here into the second period. Thank you. Shots on goal in that first period favored the Manotick Mariners 18-7. They were only able to muster one goal. Nicholas Hammer from Jake Cardwell. An incredible first for Matt Lovies. The Oil Kings have been battling tooth and nail throughout this entire series. It's only 4 periods in, but Manotick is giving them all they can handle. They're pushing back, looking to find the back of the net here in the second period. They got 39 seconds to kill this power play. Looks like they're bringing out Lau, Cardwell, Hammer, Gustafson, and Finkelstein. The other side, Finkelstein coming in there on a 3-on-1 early. What a save by Lovies, and he makes 2 beauties. Holy Dinah. Wow. Matt Lovies robs him on the cross-crease pass and then robs him on the second one as well. Unbelievable. This crowd is abuzz as they literally just took their seats. Can you believe it? Pinned in behind the net is Carruthers. Battling for it, and Gustafson sends it around to the far corner. And he's working it in behind the net, trying to throw it back to the point to Cardwell. It goes over to Finkelstein, over to the Hammer. Hammer sends it in behind the net to Gustafson. Gustafson back to Finkelstein. That goes over and shot through, stopped by Lovies. The penalty's over. Trying to catch him on the breakout and couldn't do it. Gains the line. Lau, the backhand through the seam. And that puck will rattle around and go over to the far side to Cooper. Cooper working it in behind the net. Throwing it back to the blue line. Sent the shot through and wide of the net. Finkelstein behind the net to Gustafson. Into the slot, and he just stopped that one. It dribbled wide. Finkelstein leaves it to Cardwell. Cardwell muscles it into the corner, and Lovey's had to be sharp on that and make a nice save. What a save indeed. Wow. Coming up big and often. Matt Lovey's and the Tweed Oil Kings. Draw one into the corner for Vandenhert. The half ball, blue line, and kept in by Sear. Backhands that, and that will go up into the rafters, and they'll blow it dead. Both clubs would love to be 5-a-side. Settle this the old-fashioned way. But playoff hockey, the intensity rises, and you do everything you can to try and get that puck back. Sometimes it results in a penalty. Mosklau sends that up through the neutral zone, and Brudenhill trying to battle away, couldn't come up with it. Mosklau loses the puck, but gets it back, almost lost it again. It was in his feet. Great speed there by Brudenhill to try and break that up. What a play by Sear. And he throws that in behind the net to Cooper. Sear on him again. Tweed having a hard time getting out of their own zone. Ripping that around the wall and around to the far side. Cooper's there first. Throws it back to the point and threw that wide of the net. Lovey's has to be sharp on every single opportunity here as the Mariners are hunting their second of the game. They know the longer Tweed hangs around, the 1-goal lead, the better the chance of Tweed coming back. Their team that into the slot, Lovey's again. Can you believe this goaltending? Tweed's got to find a counterpunch. They got to get out of their own zone. That pass over. Cooper shoots it wide. It comes around to the near side and it hits the back of the net through center. And a battle in behind the net ensues. And Sear was on the wrong end of that one. Mosklau fires that over and in need of a well-deserved line change to the blue line, and that was destroyed by the Mariners. Throwing it on, and that is the easiest save that Lovey's has had to make all game. My goodness. What a performance by Matt Lovey's. He has been stellar all playoffs long. Draw to the left of Lovey's, and that is scrumped, drilled on goal, and Lovey's throws out the catching mitt and holds on to that one for a face-off. I mean, he's hunting down a 60-save performance again in this one. Draw one to the point. Cardwell shot through. Lovey's again. And boy, oh boy. Bratney. Stick went flying. And he had a couple words for Cardwell at the blue line. They got to keep the rough stuff going. They've got to be on him quick as Manotick gets set up. Feels like a power play almost every time. The way they move that puck so well. Ingram's stick is broke. The Oil Kings trying to get it out of their own zone. Ingram will pinch it along the wall here, hoping for maybe a whistle and get his twig back. Shot through, deflected wide of the net. Drop back now to Makara. That shot's blocked. Tam will get a chance here. Tam, Ingram still battling without a stick. Behind the net, rung off the wall to the blue line and out. And now Ingram can go to the bench and get a stick. Knocked out through center. Ellis couldn't come down with that, and Manotick trying to gain the zone again. Makara, smart play as he eludes the oncoming Bratney. Manotick setting up inside their own zone to try and move out. The forecheck from Tweed couldn't stifle them. That pass to Lau is a breakaway! Stop by Lovey's! Oh, baby, what a save! Trying to go the wraparound. Stopped again by Lovey's. The rebound stopped, and he'll get the third one, too. My, oh, my. What else does Matt Loveys have to do? He was 8-1 in the regular season. Total with the playoffs, he's now 12-1. And his goals against hovers around 3.5 with about a .915 save percentage, I would say, and that would put him at the top, right near the top, goaltenders in the NPHL. Terrific job by Matt Loveys. And Bert Berkley, sitting at the other end of the ice, he has not been tested in this period, but he is a stellar goaltender as well. Oh, a bouncing puck. Berkley is so confident. I mean, that bouncing puck was coming in at a good speed, and he just comes out, throws the stick down, and covers it for a face-off, and that'll be inside the Manotick zone. Talked to the father of Brett Gustafson prior to the game. We had spoken actually at the All-Star game, and he had his dog with him. We got him on camera, and he is so proud of his two lads there. And he was hoping that Deserano could make it to this round if Manotick made it, so he could cheer for both teams. And here is Gustafson in. The backhand stop by Loveys, and the net comes off the pegs there, and will reset inside the zone. But yeah, he's very proud of his lads there, and for good reason. Gustafson is a guy who, when he's on the ice, everybody pays attention. And I was saying to him after the game in Barry's Bay that they were booing him really bad in Barry's Bay, and I was telling him that they do not boo nobodies. And he got a good kick out of that, because it's very true. It gets under the skin of the opposition and the fans as well, and that shows how good of a player he is. Tweed snapped on. Berkley have stopped that one. Millington put a good shot on there, and Berkley have juggled it for a second. Manotick looking to come unimpeded out of their own zone. And he's in. Gustafson wheeling in on goal, throwing it into the slot. Loveys makes a great save, and a big hit behind the net by Isaac Brown. Turns that over. The Oil Kings look to turn it up the other way. Carruthers snap shot deflected up into the mesh, and that will bring a halt to the play. A lot of jawing after the whistle as this intensity builds in this finals. Game 2. Tweed and Mariners putting it all on the line. Sear the draw. He is going to lose it to Colin Doyle. He's all the way back to the Tweed zone. Musclow being harassed big time by Melvin. Throwing it around the wall to the blue line and out. Sending it in deep. Colin Doyle, Berkley have out to play it. Fanned on that play to try and keep that alive inside the Manotick zone. Sending it rink wide. Mac Lowry couldn't get there in time as it was just in front of him. The slot pass shot, that is stopped by Jonathan Sear. Comes all the way back down as Jacob Bratney is in after it first. Hard pass up the neutral zone, and Manotick will pick it off. Melvin had a great game last night. He's feeling it today. Pass over. Gonna send it back. Lowry bouncing puck. Couldn't keep it on, and that will not be kept onside as well. It'll bring a halt to this play. The stuff behind the scenes, folks, I'll tell you, you see it after the, you might not see it on the stream, but behind the play, these guys are not messing around. Face off. Won by the Mariners. Tweed will get it back and dump it on Berkley Ave. Anytime it's even close to Berkley Ave or a soft play around the net, he is there to knock it down. Pretty incredible. Through the neutral zone, Barrett pinched off. Loveys will send that around. Bratney, thanks to Fergie, I know who he is now, sends that into the Mariners zone. Into the corner, Tweed pressing. 3 of them along the wall there. That goes back to the blue line, and the only man there is Makara. He is wheeling out through center with great speed. Fired it towards the net. Lovey stops it. The bouncing puck goes right to the Mariners. Again, the rebound shot. And that's knocked away by the Oil Kings to the blue line, and what an incredible play to keep that unsigned by Makara. Brody Morris fires that the length of the ice, but it was chipped in, so it will not be an icing, and Bratney tripped up there. Bratney into the slot. Bratney sends it over into the feet, though. Bouncing puck into the slot. Murray Free can't get himself free, and he's knocked down, and the Mariners will send that out through center. Hammer snapped a shot. Somehow Lovey saw that and made a blocker save on it, and that will go up and out of play. Draw to the right of Matt Lovey's. You're fine coming up here. You're fine. Yep. The draw is a scrum, and the strength of Murray Free keeps that into the Tweed Oil Kings' hands. Sending it in. No, they can't get it deep. That's an offside still. And Ryan Lau leave it for Finkelstein. Across that blue line. Snap a shot, and it just hit the outside of the net. Dow jostling there with Finkelstein. Throwing it back into the corner. Boy, oh boy, you cannot take one stride off. The motor shift! Lovey's again! Oh boy! Putting on a goaltending performance once again. It's his first game since they ousted the Deserano Bulldogs in the previous round. And want to point out here, a huge sponsor for the Tweed Oil Kings, Vito's Pizza. James and I will definitely be visiting that. We do it every single time we come to Tweed. Vito's Pizza here in Tweed. You've got to love their food. Great deals on 2 pizzas as well. So they're a huge sponsor of the Tweed Oil Kings, and we just wanted to get them on. You guys do a great job, and we just wanted to thank you for your hospitality every time we're in there. You must think we're pigs by now. Face off to the left of Lovey's. That's one in behind the net. Chased after that, but supported as well by Vandenhert. Sending it off the wall, turned over. Great play there to take it back for Isaac Brown. And that is a penalty? Yeah, it's going to be a penalty to the Manotick Mariners for tripping. Every game that we've been at, the officiating has been excellent, and this is no different. It's been fantastic. Yes, Cody, Vito's is the best, and we used to try every pizza joint every town that we were in, and now we've actually been to every single arena in the Capital Division. That's one back to the point, and Vito's by far is the best. And that is, they don't pay us, they're not even sponsors of ours. We just love their pizza, and they're great people as well. And great deals. I mean, like I say, I think it's $35 for 2 pizzas, so they're great people there in Vito's. Mariners just about made it a breakaway opportunity, shorthanded, trying to pass that seamlessly through the slot, and it was broken up, and that will not work out. They fire it all the way down to the Tweed zone. Minute 30 remaining here in the power play. 1-0 lead for the Manotick Mariners. Speeding out through center. There is Jacob Bratney trying to throw it around the wall, but a stick again by Mariner defenseman Corey Tam deflects that up into the rafters. And that's the thing, is the Mariners are getting sticks on every puck, it feels like. Every time Tweed gets an opportunity, somebody mucks the play up for them, and they got to regroup. Colin Doyle at the draw against Ryan Lau, the leader of men. But it's one back to the point. Toe drag around him. That pass over connects the shot through. Stopped by Berkliev. They bump into each other. And Tweed has another chance here as they go in behind the net. Pass back in to the corner. Sent back to Bratney. Ripped a shot, and what a stop by Berkliev as he had his biggest test of the game. Big hit by Elijah Bratney. Along the Tweed bench. Now they skate through. Vandenhert head up 1-on-4, rip that pass over back to the blue line. Fanned on the pass. They got it in the corner. between the legs, behind the net, sends it around to the near side here. And Elijah Bratney there trying to throw it back to the point. Throws it in front, tried the cross pass to a wide open Vandenhert. And they're defending each other, you know, like both teams are doing this after the whistle. And it's to defend their brethren, defend their goalies, defend each other. And the refs are doing an incredible job because they have not, there could be a slew of penalties. And Berkeley-Ev has had enough. Giving him the old... Holy Dinah! This is getting wild. Oh my, yep. The hammer. And I can't tell who that is. Oh, that's Vandenhert. They're going toe-to-toe. It is spilling over here in Tweed. Colin Vandenhert and Nicholas Hammer, and oh my. Now this is a tilt, folks. And they look at the pat on the shoulder, folks. Like two guys going toe-to-toe, nobody hurt. Nothing going on, just a little rowdy dow. And listen to this crowd. You tell me they don't love the rough stuff in hockey. Play that back. And I'll tell you, you're wrong. This is two teams that are going at it. Tooth and nail. Matching each other stride for stride. The physicality is at a premium right now. Unreal. Wow. You can feel it in the arena. It's starting to boil over, as I said, and it's just going to get better. These two teams wear their hearts on their sleeves. The logo on the front of their jersey, that beautiful crest, is what they play for. And this full arena is who they play for as well. There's incredible fans across this league, small towns across Ontario and Quebec. And neither team wants to disappoint their fans. And the guys that's standing shoulder to shoulder with them on the bench, they want them to know we got your back. And I guarantee you, that is the feeling in both dressing rooms. They are going to war together. Thanks, Swen. Greatly appreciated. We wish that the stream was better. It's showing that it's right crisp and clean. It's green all the way across the board, but this is wild. The All-Star game here was perfect, but we will have the recorded version up later, and it will be crystal clear as soon as we get back to Kingston. But I greatly appreciate that, and James is doing a great job trying to keep it even going. It keeps trying to drop, and he does his magic work. Oh, it might drop actually right now. No? But he's doing his magic work to keep it going. I don't know what he does over here, but you can see him frantically clicking buttons to keep it going. So that's greatly appreciated. And yeah, Cody, it really could. The referees have done a great job up to this point to try and make sure that that it doesn't get out of hand, but sometimes there is no stopping it. Like I say, Manotick has really fought to get here. It's their second season in the league, and they expect to win. You know, their fan base expects them to win, and they are a highly tooled, very well-oiled machine. The Tweed Oil Kings are a team that is incredibly high-skilled, but they are, my goodness, driven by a force that is, you know, it's not seen in every single organization. They are brothers, going to war right now, and they want a championship. They have been in the league since 2019. They've had teams that really felt like they could have won a championship with. This season here, they lost 9 of some of their best players and retooled. And this year they've made it to the finals, and they are not going out without a fight. And you've got to love it. It's something that you can't miss. And folks, if you can get down to the arenas, I mean, we're next weekend, Saturday night, be in Manotick. Sunday should be right back here in Tweed. Get down to it. The atmosphere is amazing. The hockey is second to none. And you're really missing out if you haven't been to one of these games. There isn't a seat to be had. Like, I mean, they've got the warm room there. They've got 2 floors of it, and it is just a sea of heads. There are just, the love here in Tweed for their Oil Kings is second to none. Oh my, are they throwing Berkeley out? We'll see the showers a little early tonight. I'll wait for the call, but he has been replaced with Riley. Hey.
I haven't heard.
Oh, James. Okay. Wow, my son trusts me. Give me his password. All right, folks. Well, Riley Tondreau coming in net for the Manotick Mariners. He has been a journeyman in this league, and I can't actually. Oh, it's going to be tough. Try and get the stats up for you for Riley Tondreau. This season, he started 1 game. He's got a .503 goals against and an .865 save percentage. That was in the playoffs. In the regular season, he went 4-1 with a .439 goals against and an .872 save percentage. Riley has been around for quite a while as well. Played the Smith Falls Ritos, the South Stormont Mustangs, and before that, when South Stormont was Maxville, the Maxville Mustangs. And this is going to be a test for Riley Tondreau. It's going to be a test for Manotick, but it's going to be a huge test, which sounds kind of funny to say, but it's going to be a huge test for Manotick right now, or for Tweed. They have put up 11 shots so far in half of this game. They need to look to shoot right now. Riley's coming in cold. They have got to put the puck on the net. They've had 4 shots in this period. The Mariners have 29 shots, and we are just about at the halfway point of this game, so they are on pace for 60 shots on goal. They have not updated what the penalty is. As soon as they do, I will bring it to you back home. But what a turn of events here. This is really, I mean, the last thing that the Mariners would want, to lose their starting goalie. Yeah, Cody, he did get a penalty last night, 100%. I think it was roughing after the whistle or something, but yeah, he was gone for 2 minutes. Hugh, who's the best player? Who was the best player you were saying there? Is it the Mariners? Well, I wish I had my phone so I could look at this all night long. I love looking at the comments in the chat, folks. It's really great. Also, if you're in the chat, subscribe to the channel because I know there's 224 people in here. Last season and the season prior, until we got up to 1,000 subscribers, we could only have 800 people in the viewer during our live games, which happened quite a few times in the North Dundas conference finals, and then in the finals, North Dundas and Gann, and then North Dundas and Smith Falls. So it'd be great if you could like the stream. More importantly, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And share it so that, more importantly, share it so that the players on the ice here can get recognized by more and more fans across the world, really. We're seeing people from Spain as well. And they can get the recognition they deserve because, I mean, they are really putting it on the line for not only their small communities here across Ontario and Quebec, but they're doing it for people all across Canada, the States that can't be here, and you know, it's just great for the league at any rate. But what is going on here? I am not 100% sure what's going on. Oh, there must be just a rough spot beside the Zamboni door. That spot over there, you know, it can be, besides the players' benches as the game goes along, it can be the worst for damages. That Zamboni coming out all the time. Yeah, they have not come out with it yet, but it looks like it's going to be a 5-minute major to the Manotick Mariners, a 2-minute minor to the Tweed Oil Kings. There's 26 seconds still left on a Manotick penalty, so it will be a 4-on-3 for 26 seconds. Then will be 4-on-4 for the last minute and 34 seconds. And then the Tweed Oil Kings will be on the power play for the last 3 minutes on a 5-on-3 here at the halfway point of this game. So a lot going on, folks. Stay tuned because it's just heating up. They haven't come out with it yet. They may say it over the loudspeaker, and I'll be able to give you the actual update on what the actual penalties were. If not, I'll give it to you in the intermission. But I'm looking it up as we go. Face-off. We have got hockey going once again. Across the blue line is Bratney, stopping up. They're on the power play on the 4-on-3. That there, I'm pretty sure he thought he had support on the right side, and that will get outside the zone. 10 seconds, and their 4-on-3 will be over. Wheeling through, and he wants to get it in deep. Doyle with great speed into the corner, flips it back to the point. He's got Bratney on the right side. Ripped it! What a save by Tondro to get into this game right away. And that was quite possibly the hardest shot that Tweed has had in this game. An incredible opportunity, and Riley Tondro checks in at the 9-minute, 30-second mark of the second period. No, they have not announced the penalty over the loudspeaker. I'll have to keep looking at the website. Draw one back, slips it over to the blue line. Brody Morris fires it, and Tondro stops that one. 1 minute, 16 remaining, and the Oil Kings will go to the power play. Sending it, and what a time to come in. I mean, my goodness, you're going to be down a man here in just a short period of time for Riley Tondro. And the Manotick Mariners cross the line as Corey Tam in. Ripped a shot, hit a stick, and a nice save by Lovies. That will dribble towards him. He makes a play to Brody Morris. Morris quickly moved that, and they throw it in behind the net. 53 seconds remaining. The time to the Tweed Oil Kings penalty. Trying to get in as Doyle flipped it in to McLowry. Knocked down, and they'll move it back in, but offside. Mariners D to D, firing that up. Morris can't handle it. Sear. Slot. Oh, it's just out of the reach. He couldn't bury it. Wide open cage. Loveys took the shot like he should. Sear laid it right on the table there. And they couldn't connect. Finkelstein, another chance shot. That's blocked. And they're off to the races. Speeding through center. Rudin fired it off the glass. I think it might have hit Riley's shoulder. 5 seconds, and they'll have 3 minutes of power play time, no matter how many goals they score. And he's knocked down at the blue line. Trying to move it out are the Mariners. Gustafson will gain the blue line and in, going around the D. Mosklau trying to look for him wide open on the right side, but getting back in time. Walked out in front with a pass. It's knocked off his stick. Now they've got to slow it down and get themselves set up for the last 2 minutes and 35 seconds of this power play. Carruthers gets to the neutral zone, knocked off his stick. Gustafson in with a huge hit and leaves him there. And they'll rip it back down the ice. Carruthers, after that hit, will still come back and gather this puck. And now they march towards the Mariners' goal. Rink-wide pass, out of the reach. Renault will send it back down into the Tweed zone. Looking to come out with some ferocity here, Tweed. This is a big opportunity for the Oil Kings. The Mariners are just shutting them down. The pass over, snapshot. Tondreau makes a nice save. Brody Morris picks it up. They got a, oh my, what a play. Shot stopped by Tondreau, and the net comes off the pegs. And a little bit of roughhousing after the whistle. Wow. Well, Tondreau's come in, and he has been great as the Oil Kings start to look to break this 1-0 lead for Manotick. And this small ice surface, you'd think with this speed, the goals will be coming in like crazy, but the defense and the hard work for both sides has been on full display. Look at Brughill going after him with a couple stick lifts there. Nice job. Crossed the blue line, ripped it on goal, deflected up into the mesh, and that'll be brought down to the right of Riley Tondreau. Unbelievable. No, yeah, it's inside the zone to the right. At the draw is Colin Doyle. Dawson Ellis. I thought that was him on the far side, actually. That is Bruel. Fat pass over. Brody Morris, what a save. The rebound. He's got that too. Riley Tondreau with 2 beauty saves and keeps it 1-0. They are literally sharing this game right now as Tondreau came in at the 10-minute mark roughly. 10:04, 10:06, something like that. And he has been spectacular. Well, Gustafson trying to get on the one side of the line there as it goes back to Brody Morris. Pass over to Bratney. Flipped towards the net. Knocked off his skates and tripped his own man as he fell. And Brody Morris into the corner trying to get it down low. Picked off by Cardwell to the blue line now. Flipped into the mid-ice area. And Rudenhill didn't see it until the last second. Lovey sends that up to the mid-ice area. Scampering after that is Doyle. The Mariners drill that back down right on Lovey's. He'll hold on to that with 54 seconds remaining in the major penalty. And the Mariners have done a great job killing this off. They really are not giving the Oil Kings much room at all. And it's very difficult to make a pass, crisp pass at that, to get anything going. Cooper at the draw, trying to win this back and kill some more time off the clock. Right on Lovey's. And he come up with a beauty save on that one. Right off the draw. You don't have 1 second to yourself in this game. Face off, one back for the Oil Kings. 50 seconds left now on the major penalty. Drop pass. Getting through is Doyle. He has got such great speed. Drop to Lowry. Backhand pass over to Brody Morris. And it's chipped off his stick. And Melvin's away on a break. Can't pull the trigger. Brody Morris had come back. Make a good defensive play, but that's turned over. Melvin shoots, and he put it up, and it's out of play. That was right in the feet of Brody Morris. He couldn't do anything with it. He is not a happy camper going to the bench. Face off to the left of Matt Lovies. 5:33 to go in the second. Draw one back to the Mariners. Sent along to Bratney, just out of his reach. And this power play is coming to an end as the Mariners bring it back into their own zone to kill the last 8 seconds of it. Sent up, Finkelstein deflects that in. Bratney in after that. Drop pass, and the Oil Kings are out through center. Head up the whole way is Caleb Sigsworth. Rare shift, he almost took his head off there. Sent up and too far for Dawson Ellis. I mean, I really like Caleb Sigsworth. Did a lot of his games out there in Frontenac. Gritty, hard-nosed hockey player. I love the way he plays. And they also, I was mentioning last night, they had Ryan Polkowski, former champion for the Gananoque Islanders. And he does a great job, and he doesn't play a ton of hockey for Manotick. He doesn't get a lot of shifts, and that just shows the depth of this hockey club. And two very skilled players like that, you know, they play a role here, a very big role, but it's not as much as they played in their former franchises. Big hit along the wall by Elijah Bratney. Coming after him as Dawson Ellis hits his man, and that is going to be another penalty. This time to the Oil Kings. Lau looking for the wrap, sends it back to the blue line, and the Mariners will go to the power play with 4:28 to go here in the second period. Draw to the right of Lovies. Mariners could go up 2 here going into the third. The Oil Kings still have a lot of hope, being down just 1. They had great push in this second period. This is the last thing that they really want, is a penalty. Jack Dow going to the box for 2 minutes. Sear at the draw. He's been terrific at the face-offs throughout his career, but tonight he has struggled a bit. The Mariners still pick it up. Melvin spins in the corner, rings it around to the corner, and Finkelstein will receive that pass back along the half wall. Finkelstein will receive it again, but it will hop on him, and they'll move it back out to the center ice area, all the way back into the Mariners zone. Not rushing it, trying to be... Oh, Cardwell's got some, boy, on his jersey there. Spins by him, Sear, but he lost control of the puck, and a great forecheck there by Jacob Brudenhill, throwing it down the ice. That'll be an icing. Boy, oh boy. Like I said in the opening, game 1, it's very difficult to create a rivalry with these two teams not playing each other once, but it only took literally not even 60 full minutes of hockey, and now these two teams, you can tell, they do not like each other very much at all. With so much on the line, it was pretty easy for them to have a distaste for each other. Cooper dropped to Sear. No, he tried to go around Bratney. He couldn't, so he fired it around the wall, back to the point, shot through, and Lovies found that through a screen. He hasn't been nearly as busy in the last 6-7 minutes. Shot through, but he is still on guard. A great save there and cleared away. Pass over the point. Finkelstein the shot. It's sitting in front of the net. Where is it? And they will blow it dead. And 47 seconds remaining in the power play for the Mariners in the late stages here of the second period. Thank you, Fitzel, for subscribing. Very much appreciated. Joshua, it's crazy physical. I mean, last night's game was wild physical. This has stepped up another level. And if they don't cool off before next Saturday, this is going to be, I mean, it's already, I figured would be a game for the ages, but this is going to be one of the toughest series I've ever called in the NPHL, and I'm loving every second of it. Makara gets through, walking in, and fires it back to Finkelstein. They get set up. The Oil Kings are on them quickly, though, going around the horseshoe. Tried to slip that to Gustafson. Back to the blue line. They get it for Lau in the slot as he walked away from that opportunity and gets his guys set back up again. Looking down low to the point now. Sends it deep. Did he rifle the shot? Lovey's the save. The rebound's on the doorstep for about 4 days, and Lovey's finds it somehow. That's the end of the power play. 2:25 to go in the period. They cannot pick it up at the blue line. Oh, and they're away. Bratney was looking for it. He gets it, and that is offside. Wow. And the great thing is the physicality, the rough stuff, all of that stuff, which is great hockey action. They also... No. The great thing about it is that there's so much skill in this game. Boy, oh boy. Jacob Bratney, he has got quite the welt on his chin. I cannot believe he's playing through that. That is toughness at its finest. Brody Morris skating in through center. Cross the line, gets it back, knocked down. The pegs are dislodged and we'll have a face-off inside the zone.
It's wild.
$1.59 remaining here in the second period, and a 1-0 lead. Face off. That's drilled in behind the net. On that is Renault off the wall, and it scampers out through center ice. Brody Morris. That's flipped into the zone off the stanchion. Oh, a beautiful play there by Renault to get it out. And now Melvin is streaking on the left side, throws it in behind the net. Brody Morris is there quickly. Knocks it back to the blue line. Sent on goal, but just wide of the cage. Brody Morris, you get a bee in his bonnet, and I'll tell you, you are in for quite a 60 minutes. And that is what's happening right now. Minute 19 remaining in the period. Rudenhill back to Brody, back in his skates again. Trying to fight him off to Brown. Get something going in the last seconds for the Oil Kings. Gustafson, a nice move. Backhand pass over. Gets to LeBrose. Into the slot to Lau, and it goes to the blue line. Kept in shot. Stopped by Lovey's the rebound, and he makes another beauty. Matt Lovey's just fantastic in this one. Mariners. Lau. That pass over. Kicked inside the zone. Mosklau sends that behind the net. Takes a hit from Gustafson. Piling on behind the net there. There's Little trying to get out through center. Nice play there to get it ahead. Millington sends it around the net. Riley Tondro out to play that. Along the boards to the blue line and out. Carruthers. One last rush for both sides. Sending it in deep was Little. Flip pass. The blue line and out. 4 seconds on the clock. Gustafson across the line. No, he'll snap it. Deflected up and into the crowd, and at that same moment, The buzzer rings zeros. What a game so far. No scoring in that second period. We remain 1-0 for the Manotick Mariners. So the highlight package for the second intermission is... It will be last night's game. A little mistake. Oh, no. Yeah, it'll be last night's game between the Mariners and the Tweed Oil Kings. James put that together for us here early this morning. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, folks. 1-0 Manotick going into the third period. You're watching NPHL Central on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. The draw is one along the half wall, sent towards the net, but it'll ring around the wall. And Melvin will drill that wide, go back to Cardwell at the blue line. He's got Tam on the left side, but he'll throw it in behind the net to a wide open Lau. Into the slot, shot, and a great save by Evan Morrison to keep it tied at nothing. A redirect, the bouncing puck in front. Score! Jonathan Sear scores the first finals goal for the Manotick Mariners franchise. Holy Dinah indeed. He called that one out. Might have thought it hit somebody. Carruthers being forechecked right away into the feet there of Little, and he couldn't come up with it. A break on the left side. Renault, what a stop! Rebound, scores! Morrison stopped the first one. The second one right on the tape, and Cooper pops it home. It's 2-0 Mariners, and this place goes crazy. Over to Renault and hopped on him. We'll have to turn back, and behind his own net, he is being chased down by Isaac Brown. Across the line, and he's in. Renault end-to-ender, back to the blue line to Sear. Pass over, fake the 1-T. Sear will let it go, and it's blocked. And can he make it? The break. Van Hill on goal. Scores! Jacob Hill puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-1 on a short-handed effort. Holy Dinah indeed. That was incredible. 20 seconds remaining. Gustafson at that blue line trying to chip it over to Renault, and he couldn't make it happen. Yeah, you can hear the cowbells. The Oil Kings have come out in numbers. A pass, and behind the net, oh my goodness. No panic at all there by Melvin. He's gone end-to-end. Melvin scores! Oh my word, what a goal! End-to-end behind his own net. Was forechecked like crazy, didn't even pretend like he was there, and walked the length of the ice, put a beauty dangle on Morrison, and put it top shelf. My, oh my, what a goal. Brothers knocks his man down. Ingram turning, and sends that into the neutral zone, and there's another hit. Across the line, Renault the shot, and Morrison still there to stop pucks. That's given away. Makara over. The give and go? No! It's gone by the hammer. Fake the give and go, and he put it home. And Tweed kind of got lost up in the hitting and the physicality, and it became a 1-on-3 deep inside the Tweed zone. And it's now a 4-1 lead in favor of the Manotick Mariners. Yeah.
I don't even remember me and my sister were watching the game, and we were Anyway, this one, whatever, get over it, but I just wanted you to be aware. People have to pay attention. And,
I hope they do.
well, I know, but I just wanted you to know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at the video. You'll understand.
What is the problem? What is the problem with if I did or I didn't see it?
The problem is, you sound like an idiot when you say that you didn't see the play and then you go on about the play. And it was such a bad play. It's like, fuck, man. You sound like a hypocrite.
James.
Minutes down, 20 to go. It's a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in that second period. 15 Manotick, 7 for the Oil Kings. 33-14 throughout the first 40 in favor of the Mariners. We've only had one goal, and it was to Nicholas Hammer for the Manotick Mariners. That's way back in the first period. Just an update on the penalty. So, in that whole melee, at the 10:08 mark, my goodness, is it ever a long list. But I'm not going to go through all of them. The one that everybody's curious about is Bert Berkliev was given a game misconduct for head contact. And Nicholas Hammer, he got a 10-minute misconduct for fighting, and so did Colin Vanderhurt. I mean, it was, if you look online, it is a long list, but that is why Bert Berkliev is no longer in net for the Manotick Mariners. But Riley Tondreau has come in, and he stopped. There's only 3 shots, but they were huge, huge saves for Riley Tondreau in that period. What a game we have been treated to. Absolutely amazing. But now, we have got to finish this game and find a winner. These two teams battle-tested up and down the lineups. Who will be the hero, or will it be Nicholas Hammer in the first period? The Oil Kings looking to avoid going down for the second time in these playoffs, 2-0 to a high-powered team. They did it to the Ritos, and they come back and reverse swept them. Well, the Mariners are an incredible team as well, and you don't want to put yourself in that position twice in one playoff round. Ripped towards the net, off the wall, and that is going to be out of play. Face off to the right of Riley Tondreau. Doyle at the draw, jousting with Ryan Lau. Sent over to Gustafson. Gustafson will send that into the corner. Little shot there to Gustafson. Trying to flip that into the corner. Brudenhill. The backhand pass by Mac Lowry to Bratney, just out of his reach. Bratney picked off there. And he's got Carruthers flat-footed there. Lau with great speed sends it over. Finkelstein, what a save! Matt Lowry comes up again. The magic continues. Can the Oil Kings find one for their netminder? Picked off, shot through. Tondreau stops it. Bouncing puck comes right on to the Mariners' tape. They'll send it down into the Oil King zone. The pass over to Brody Morris. A little bump there. Melvin and Millington collide. They send it into the corner. Morrison after it first, throwing it towards that backhand pass to the slot, and a hot stick there by number 27, Nathan Merritt, to flip that out of the danger area. Sear over to Renault. That's inside the zone, and the Oil Kings will send it out to the wrong stick there. Tried to cut him off, but Renault dropped pass there, and that's picked off and out through center. Ruel sends it over to Brown, and they're in offside. They'll bring it outside the Mariners zone. Thanks for tuning in, folks. It's been a great battle. What a game. Two very, very well-deserving combatants in this final. The passion that runs through these two teams, you can see it in every stride. They are not giving an inch, and oh boy, Tam just getting out of the way of that one. The pass over. Bratney evades the hit on that one from Barrett. Trying to get over to Barrett. Nice pass by Doyle to Free. He sends it in deep, and Tam goes in after it. Barrett flips it off the boards and up, and that puck will stay for life up in the rafters. Well, we've only played 2 minutes and 21 seconds of this period, and let me tell you, neither team has slowed. Neither team has wavered. They both want the W. Who will blink first? Face off to the left of O'Reilly. Tondro. Ingram. The face off, and the scrum is one back for the Mariners, and they'll flip it out to center. Bratney turning in his own zone and throwing that over to Crothers. Back to Bratney. Off the wall to Little. Little throwing it in behind the net. Tam there. He'll move that along to Gustafson. Gustafson seen the roaring Brody Morris coming at him. That pass up to Ryan Lau. Trying to move that along into the corner. Passed up to Bratney. Bratney, and a penalty coming to the Tweed Oil Kings behind the play. Finkelstein and company. And this will bring the Mariners to the power play once again. This time to Ingram. Scrum draw. One back to the blue line. Finkelstein to Sear. Tried to get it through the legs there. Back to the blue line to Finkelstein. Throwing it back in behind the net. Back to Sear. Trying to wheel it. But it's picked off along the wall. Mosklau knocked down. And he'll have to go and retrieve his stick and make a line change. Cardwell. Pass connects, and they're away. Finkelstein snaps it on goal. Lovies makes a great save there, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Looked very awkward, but Lovies made it look easy. $1.25 remaining here in the third period, in the power play here in the third period for the Manotick Mariners. Ball to Cardwell, back to Cooper, down low, trying to walk out with it. Lovies with the stick down, makes it. They score! I didn't see how it went in, but it did. And it's 2-0 Mariners. I thought the play was called. I thought it was a whistle. And the Manotick Mariners have taken a 2-0 lead. draw at center ice, won by the Mariners. Gustafson racing in, knocked down, but still was able to get a strong shot just on the outside of the net. Racing through center is Brown, throwing it over, rip, scored! There's a goal, and it's for the Oil Kings. They've cut the lead in half. 2-1. Listen to this crowd. Wow. Nathaniel Burrell. It's the Oil Kings on the score sheet. They respond right away. And it's a 1-goal lead once again. Face off. Finkelstein is waiting for Cardwell. Cardwell thought Finkelstein had it. And either way, worked out perfectly as Lau streaks in. Looking into the slot, Finkelstein, and a great save by Lovies again. He had to be so sharp on that. Ripped it on goal, and Riley Tondro will make the save on that one. Face off to the right of Tondro. One back, the blue line. Bratney, the shot on goal, stopped by Tondro. Oh, sorry. One back for the Oil Kings. Could that spark something? Trying to center that puck. We can't do it. Klingler. They're out and looking to draw a little more energy from that goal, but Mariners looking to stifle that. Shot on Riley Tondro, and he'll stop that one and hold on for the face-off. There is Jacob Bratney, number 22 of the Tweed Oil Kings. He was sliced up pretty bad, and he is still out there giving it his all every shift. Wow. I mean, that is a guy who is unbelievable. A warrior. That's one down and in for the Mariners. Snapped it up and over the net. Comes back around to the blue line. And out through center. Mariners flipped it back up. Jonathan Sear will throw that up over the net. Brody Morrison after it. Chips it along to Little. Little swings at that. And a bouncing puck is corralled by Jacob Bratney. Throwing it in around the net. Bratney chips it off the wall. Dylan Ingram there into the slot, and a great defensive play to knock that away from the front of the net. Sent on Riley Tondro, and that is an offside. It's going all the way down into the Tweed zone. 4 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the third frame. Lau with Gustafson, Renault. That draw, Merritt on goal to Lovies. Finkelstein. Murray free. Oh boy, the jousting. There's Carruthers as well. Jack Dow for the Oil Kings. Gustafson throws that around. Back to the blue line, sent back behind the net. Nice move to get around him by Vandenhert. Speeds through center. Wheels trying to get around the last defender. Merritt's there. He's looking out in front of the net. Vandenhert throws it back to the blue line, shot by Bratney. Can't get there first, but Dow held him up in a nice play to give his man some room. Looking back to the blue line, nope, they'll send it back into the corner, and the battle continues. Looking along the wall here, trying to send it back, and they get it there. The shot just missed the top shelf. Bratney knifes that around behind the net. The Mariners will pick it up and send it out through center, and that is going to be a penalty to the Mariners. The Oil Kings will go back to the power play. .13:35 to go. It's 2-1 Manotick. The Oil Kings will get another shot here on a power play opportunity. Face off, one back to Bratney. His feet, but he moved that over quickly to Elijah Bratney. Back down low to Dylan Ingram. Behind the net, back to the point. Bratney working it low. Holding it a little too long, and the Mariners picked it up and drill it down the ice. Lovey slows that puck down. Settles it for Vandenhert. Throws it around to the far side there. Chip back to Bratney. Oh boy, they are really close to each other, and Hammer is on him quick and strong. Pass up now. Now they're out through center. Just out of the reach of Doyle. Bratney now across the line. The drop pass. Bratney can't pull the trigger. Looking back to the blue line. Nobody there. The return pass goes astray. Ryan Lau rifles a shot, and that's deflected away. Lau, shot stopped by Loveys. Directs that up into the glass. Out of the reach of Brody Morris. 44 seconds remaining in the power play. Gustafson at the blue line, stopping up. Being harassed there, and he'll send it back to Cardwell inside their own zone. They've got to get after him. It's sent up to the Hammer. Knocked off his stick again. The Mariners poke it off the tape, and Gustafson gets it in deep with 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Hammer with it, throwing it back, and the Mariners have controlled this penalty kill. Cardwell throws it all the way down, and the clock will tick to the end of this power play for the Oil Kings. A great kill by the Mariners through the neutral zone. Walking in, rifled a shot low and wide. Throwing it back down low. Pass completed. Looking to the point, faked it, shot it towards the net. It hit a foot. The goal scorer, Burrell, shot, and holy my. Good opportunity there, and the Mariners will stay ahead by one. 11 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the third frame. Vandenhert turns. Now he gets moving. Nice move around two. They'll shovel it into the zone, and with speed, Isaac Brown will go in. They didn't come around to him. The blue line. And the Oil Kings. Oh, my goodness. Huge hit along the wall there. Good hit along the wall. The battle continues right here in front of us. You might not rightly be able to see it. The top of the box here. And Isaac Brown. And he'll speed up through center. Brown trying to get around him, but the skate gets in the way, and the Mariners now back the other way. Shot hits a stick and goes wide. Brody Morris. Millington didn't read it. And that bounces into the corner. Hammer throws it around. Cardwell is there. Sure-footed as a mountain goat, that Cardwell. Chipped away by Millington. Millington can't clear the zone, but Bratney will. Bratney snapped the shot, hits a stick. Millington in there first. Huge hit. Trying to move it to the point. Brody Morris fired it just wide. A pass over, looking like a 2-on-1 here. Shot stopped by Loveys. Going right to the net was Corey Tam. He couldn't bring it down. That pass through the neutral zone is easily picked up by Renault. Cross the blue line and in. Snapped it just wide of the net. And Tweed with great speed now through Vandenherk. He is lightning in a bottle. Vandenherk dropped off, shoots. Oh, and it's just up and into the mesh. Oh my. Wow, listen to this crowd. Giving the cheers to their Oil Kings, giving them the last ditch effort here to try and bring this to a tie and send it either into overtime. There's lots of time to take the lead. Nice spin there. Waiting a little bit too long, and that's a 2-on-1 break. Finkelstein, toe drag. What a save by Lovies again. Vandenherk out through center. The pass over. Tried the drop pass. That went loose. And Carruthers got at the blue line. You can't blame the referee on that one. From his vantage point, that puck was covered. So it'll be blown dead, and it'll be to the right of Riley Tondreau. This crowd is ready to erupt if the Oil Kings can score one. One. Corrals it. Oh, Cooper took that. I think might have been in the stomach or even worse. I actually think it was worse. Cooper, if he plays another shift in this game, my goodness, he should get the player of the year. Pass over to 4 Oil Kings were low. He's going by him on a break, and he fell down, and Lovies will make that save. Great try there by Tyler Melvin. Thwarted opportunity. Across the blue line, sends it on goal, and Riley Tondreau will snare that one and hold on for the whistle. Ingram at the draw. It's Makara. Shot from the point. Score! Elijah Bratney might have got a piece of it, but I think it was straight in. Yep, straight in by Brody Morris. They tied it in 2. Lovies has held the fort. And the Brody Morris boomer finally finds Twine. They've been covering him hard, trying to not allow that to happen, but sooner or later, Morris gets this crowd going with 8:14 to go here in the third period. We are tied at 2. Brody won the hardest slap shot competition a season ago. Oh, what a great play there by Vandenherk. He might have just saved a goal. Now this is not what they need. Nobody needs a penalty after the whistle. But yeah, Brody Morris, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 96 miles an hour. A bullet, which was matched this season by Beveridge. That's one to the top of the circle. Snapped it hard and a stop by Lovies. Steers that wide. Battle in the corner. This might have given Tweed a little bit of a jump, but the Mariners are pressing in the corner, looking to Cardwell out in front, and that pass went to the opposite side. Isaac Brown sends it over the head of Burrell, and we'll go all the way down into the Manotick zone. Knocked off the stick again and sent through center, but that is quickly picked up by Vandenherk. Pass over. Dropped into the slot area there and knocked off his stick. My goodness. The intensity builds. Knocked off his stick. Lovies comes out to play it. One Mariner, and that's Gustafson, and it's one is usually enough. Turning is Mosklau. Sends that up through center to Doyle. Rudenhill throwing it into the corner here. Mac Lowry trying to come up with that one, but he can't. He will get it on the other side, though, and it just rolled away from him. Shot towards net. The rebound opportunity there by Rudenhill. He tried to go between the legs with it. Just couldn't pull it off. Great support there by Mac Lowry as his D-man went in, and Melvin will cross the line. Ripped a shot, and Lovey's got the glove on that one, and it goes up and into the mesh. 6:25 to go. And we have a tie game. Can you believe this? Deadly quiet there for a second. It was eerie quiet, to be honest with you. Oh, that's out over the line. Carruthers with time. He's got Bratney on the left side. Both Bratneys. Jacob will send that in, and nobody on that right side as the Mariners will have an opportunity to bring it outside the zone. That will go up through the rafters and didn't touch anything. Carruthers can't get loose. Trying to battle for that puck into the corner. Bratney with Carruthers trying to support. The Mariners will come away with it. Nice play, Renault. Back in behind the net. Sends it into the slot. Good defensive play. Flipped it out through center. Oh, could he get to it first? Bratney gets there. Threw it out in front of the net. Ingram hadn't got to that post yet. Ingram shoves his man, trying to take it off him. Support by Murray Free. Pass rink wide. Looking for a shot. Finkelstein may take it. He will, and Loveys is there to make the save. Murray Free off the boards. Brody Morris on the forecheck. He's 2 truck trailers wide when he gets those arms stretched out. Shot off the shot home building center sign, and it careens all the way down to the Manotick zone. 5-minute mark of the third period. Tied at 2. Brody Morris sends that up ice and chips it into the zone. Cardwell sending it up to Barrett. Won't connect. Vandenhert back pedals into his own end of the rink. Rifles that. What a nice play by Corey Tam to Finkelstein. Finkelstein the shot, and Loveys will stop that. And he'll hold on for the draw. Boy, oh boy, as the seconds tick off this time clock, we are reminded of all the missed chances, all the great saves that could have changed the trajectory of this game. That face-off is won for the Mariners, walking out in front of the net. There it is! And there it goes! Matt Loveys, what a save again! Wow!
Amazing glove save.
Yeah. Face off to the left of Loveys with that laser focus, incredible glove. Wow, folks. Brudenhill trying to get by his man, and now the Oil Kings will have possession inside their own zone. They're starting to move it, where they're getting a lot more offensive opportunities here. But that one's turned over. But again, Vandenhert, one of the best players for both sides in this game. He has been unbelievable. The return pass from Mac Lowry's couldn't connect. Chipped along the wall. Jacob Bratney sees the support there, and he pinched in. Tried to get it over to Lowry in the slot. Behind enemy lines is Gustafson waiting at the Oil Kings blue line, and Lau couldn't find the handle on that one. Chipping it in, and it's offside. they were trying to bring it back just outside the Tweed zone. I don't understand that one there, but yeah, it wasn't offside, but it wasn't intentional, and it wasn't from their own end of the ice, so it'll be at center ice. Good job by the referee to overthrow that. Again, a great officiated game on both ends of the ice here. That's rifled off the wall, chipped inside the zone. Dylan Ingram after his man. Bodies him against the wall, trying to come out with it. Good support by the Mariners, but Bratney's there as well. Throwing it over. Crothers is there. Back to the blue line. Kicked in. Sends it over to Brody Morris, but he was vacating the zone as they were under pressure. Just about got it past Sear, and Sear made a great play to board his man into the wall. Not board, penalty board, but hit him against the wall. Their hand across the blue line. Makara looking to drop it to Sear, faked it and drilled it wide of the net, and that bounces right to the tape. Melvin. Sear and Ingram battling along the wall. Sear goes down in a heap, and the Oil Kings are back, drilling it. Stop. Score!
Lead of the series with 2:25 to go. Can you believe it? Just put it on net. He kicked it right out to Elijah Bratney, and he fired it into the empty net. And this crowd erupts. My goodness. 3 goals in this third period, and the Oil Kings find themselves on top over the Manotick Mariners. Flip to center, and he'll throw that back into the zone. Renault skates out through center, dumps that in, and Lovies will make sure that creates nothing. He'll hold on to the faceoff. The Oil Kings have done really great in the dot tonight as well. To the right of Lovies, Lau, Cardwell, Renault, Gustafson, and Finkelstein out for the Mariners, looking to tie this game in the late stages of this third period. trying to get a little bit of an edge there, Colin Doyle, and he will win it back. They have been excellent on the draw tonight. They've got to be about 70% on the faceoffs. It's been a lot of big wins for the Oil Kings. Gustafson backhands it towards the net, and that's blocked in front. Sent along the boards to the blue line, not out, and he fired it just wide. The Mariners are pressing hard. Point, Renault, over, scores! Ben Finkelstein finds Twine, and the Manotick Mariners have tied it back up at 3 with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. Oh my, what a play. Quick pass over and through a screen. Lovies couldn't get there in time, and the bullet shot by Ben Finkelstein was way too much for him to handle. Face off, one back to Brody Morris. He'll send that over, and it goes down into the Tweed zone. Back into the Tweed zone as that went for an icing. Face off to the left of Lovies. Dylan Ingram needing to take a second. Shots on goal in this period, 13-10 in favor of the Mariners, 46-24 for the Manotick Mariners. That draw along the half wall, moving into the corner for Tyler Melvin, throwing it. Now Elijah Bratney will pick it up and skate through center, but he'll throw that into the corner and go after it. Renault off the wall to Cooper, picked off, trying to get after it. The shot stopped by Tondro. The rebound is there. It's not in the net. No, it is not. Tondro kept it out. No, sir. No goal. What a save by Riley Tondreau. There we go. Can you believe this game, folks? We may have 3 more of these. Can you handle it? 1:13 to go. 45 saves for Matt Loveys in this one. In behind the net, bodied along the wall, and that will go all the way down for an icing. All right, I'll give you your goal scoring summary. Jonathan Sear from Grant Cooper and Tyler Melvin. Then Nathaniel Burrell gets the Oil King on the board from Isaac Brown. Then Brody Morris from Dawson Ellis and Dylan Ingram. Then Elijah Bratney from Dawson Ellis and Dylan Ingram to give Oil Kings the lead. Then Ben Finkelstein from Brett Gustafson and Ryan Lau to tie this game up at 3. Unbelievable. At the point, corrals it. The shot can't get through. And a good defensive play towards that opportunity off the glass, and Brody Morris knocks that down. The Oil Kings look to go back to work. Nice play to get it down low. Rifled it around the wall to Brody Morris, shoots it on goal, and Tondreau makes a great save, trying to backhand it out in front of the net. And the Mariners defense stymies another Oil King offensive opportunity. Pass, and they'll get through the neutral zone with 30 seconds remaining. Looking for the icing, but that hadn't even hit the blue line yet. That pass is out in front. And it looks like they're going to move out through center, flip it into the zone with speed, and get a chance. Gustafson throws it back around. It's picked off at the blue line. Vandenherk in the corner. Pass down low. Back over. And low again, trying to walk out with it. Shoot! Stopped by Riley Tondreau, and we are going to need extra time to finish this one. My goodness, folks. If 60 minutes wasn't enough, get a load of another 20. My, oh my. Final shots in that period, 15-10 in favor of the Manotick Mariners. Your total throughout 60 minutes, 48 for the Mariners, 26 for the Oil Kings. Do you have the stomach for it, folks? Are you going to stay tuned for the overtime? We will be here for you, folks, right after this. Oh, do you have the All-Star game, James? We are going to show you the last time that we were here. It probably won't last the entire time because it's really long, but we were here for 6 hours of perfect live streamed hockey. James had us going, and he put together a beautiful highlight package we've shown before, but it was the only time that we've been in this arena this season. Thanks, James, for putting it together, and we'll have it for you right now. 3-3 going to overtime between the Tweed Oil Kings and the Manotick Mariners. You're watching NPHL Central on YouTube. And right there again, Kenny Murdiff letting a boomer 92-mile-an-hour slap shot goal. Is playing for the East. Isaac Barr, the tricky, fired a shot. He just missed the short side. Comes to the blue line and out. Pass over to Kenny Murdiff. Kenny and Calvin Watasek both playing for the East as they were short-staffed. Dakota Betts can't bring it up. Barr, the pass over, the shot, and a beautiful save by Aaron Young to get his all-star game off and running. Sent through a streak, redirected in front, and he scored. And the East is off to a quick start, 1-0 lead. Only 1:24 into the first period. Sent in behind the net. Morris will get there first. It's just out of the reach, but Gibson there to send it back to where it's a Kane. It's picked off and sent right back around to the other side now. Back to the point. Denis, the shot through, and a great save in the rebound on the doorstep, and they score. It's 2-0. Out through center is the crafty Isaac Barr. The toe drag, and he rifled it just far side and wide. Out through center ice now. Doyle sends it over. Graham Brown trying to game the blue line. The defense from the East is stymieing The West push to try and get back into this one early. 2-on-1 chance. The pass over, followed up in front of the net, and they score. And the East has come out flying. 3-0. 5 minutes and 34 seconds into the first period. Up through to Luke Brown, and that's a play that he 99% of the time would connect on that one. That's over to Johnny Hill. Moves in, a big save by Burke Berkeliev. Isaac Barr scampers out through center, looking for the drop pass. It goes to Herbert. Shot, and he scores! What a laser beam. And a snapshot finds the back of the net. Cameron Herbert finds the score sheet. Doyle spinning and twisting and turning and trying to get it into Luke Brown. Luke Brown along the half wall, sending it at blue line. Bats the shot through in the redirect. Ellis sends it in behind the net. Luke Brown, he's got a rocket of a shot, and he scores! Luke Brown, the rifle. And as I tell you, folks, he has got a bullet. And when he went into the hardest shot competition, he really should have used the wrist shot, because that was about 106 miles an hour. That pass over. Connects up through center, and they're in. Doyle, snap shot, and he fired it high and wide. Doyle can't pick it up. The backhand pass connects, sifting it ahead to Fabian Walsh of the North Dundas Rockets. That hit a leg. Trying to go back to the blue line. Throwing it over to Dennis. Throwing it back across ice. Faked a shot, and he redirected that one in front from Gibson. It's up in behind the net. Betts chipped along the wall, and they're out. The Tweed connection. Doyle to Ellis. Into the slot. Scores! Ryan Smith finds the 5-hole, and they're within 2. What a drop pass. 3-touch pass, and it ends up on the tape of Ryan Smith charging in late, and he rifles it. 5-hole. Take it over. Campbell can't pick it up. A little bit of bumping and grinding there with Isaac Barr and Luke Brown. Isaac Barr plays with an edge. He's a flashy hockey player, but he does not get shoved around, let me tell you. Don Edwards sends it over. Sorry, Cole Edwards throwing it over into the corner now and in for racing that one. Devin Burns, the hitting is starting to pick up into the slot. Back to the point, Brody Moore. The shot off the post, the rebound, and Devin Burns puts it home. Intensity is picking up, and the West is taking advantage. It's 4-3. That chance out in front of the net, picked off. Isaac Barr out through center. Barr, red line, big hit there by Brown. Johnny Hill knocks that puck away, and you can see the feet moving a little quicker now. That's a cross-ice chance for Shaw. Shaw sends it out in front of the net. Theo Todd will pick that up, drop it to co-pilot, Captain Costello. And the East now out through center, and a nice headman pass, and they're across the blue line and in. Knocked off the puck by Costello. Theo Todd out through and around and in. Racing, and after the puck, he's there first, and he's tripped up. Fell under the boards. 3-on-2 shaping up for the East. The drop pass. The South storm on attack, and Campbell rifles that one home. And it's a 5-3 lead. Now they'll shove it in behind the net. And the battle ensues. Big Graham Brown knocks him to the ice. The battle continues. Doyle, center ice area, blew a tire and tried to stay with it. Doyle, he'll pick that back off again. Sees his Tweed Oil King teammate offside, so he holds. Luke Brown now stopping up. Sends it across to Bratney, and it's chipped away. And out again, breaking through Luke Brown. What a move! And is it in, or it is? The captain starts the march back for the Western Conference All-Stars. He made about 64 dekes in that 1/2 a foot span and pops it home. And it's 5-4 now. Waits, sends it over to Jason Schott at the blue line and kept in behind the net. Shot, and a nice save by Dallas Slack. Hold that post. Right to the blue line, and Theo Todd gets it out. To Brown, to Todd. The move! Scored! It's tied 5-all. And Luke Brown, the sift over, and Theo Todd buries it. And they are all knotted up for the first time since about a minute 30 into this game. The East All-Stars have led this game the entire way, and now the West is looking to take their first lead of the game. Against all these All-Stars, 10 goals have been scored. Reinhold gets it into the slot area, and he got whacked. And they're back the other way, but Reinhold picks it off, tried to throw it in down low to get the cycle going. Kenny Murdiff comes out. Nice move around him and a beautiful defensive play by Brett Costello. That's in behind the net. Graham Brown smells blood in the water. Throwing it across the blue line to Kenny Murdiff. He'll sift it down low into the corner. The shot directed, scores! What a play there. I think he was trying to hit him in the slot, and it hit Dallas Slack in the right pad and directed into the back of the net. And the East have got the lead once again. Face off to the right of Denis Boisvert. The net is empty. It's a 6-on-4. Ryan Smith can't come up with the draw. It's rung around to Dakota Betts on the far side. He keeps it in. Down into the corner. Back to the point. Dakota Betts over to Johnny Hill. To the dot. The shot deflected away to the point. Dakota Betts into the corner. Back to Betts. Shot through, and that's deflected wide. Johnny Hill at the point sends it into the corner. Looking back to Johnny Hill. Over. The pass down below the dot. Looking into the slot. He'll go back to the point again. Over to Johnny Hill. To the far side. Slot chance. The shot! And a great save by Boisvert. The scramble in front of the net comes loose, and Boisvert! What a save with 3.5 seconds to go. Luke Brown looks skyward. That was some incredible D by the Eastern All-Stars, but the West moved that puck so well, and you would figure that that would have been the goal and tie it up, and we'll go to overtime, but Denis Boisvert would have none of it. The last draw right here. It's one for the East, and they will win this game. And take the second Northern Premier League Hockey League All-Star game from Tweed, Ontario. What a game. Another great experience. And I'll tell you, folks, they brought it for the whole 60 minutes. Very impressive hockey, and you've got to love it. Oh, my goodness. Going into the third period, the Manotick Mariners led 1-0. That high-powered offense was let to only one goal. We get to the third period, and everything changes. The Tweed Oil Kings find the back of the net 3 times in that third frame. The Mariners got out to a 2-0 lead on a goal by Jonathan Sear from Grant Cooper and Tyler Melvin. Nathaniel Burrell from Isaac Brown got the Oil Kings off and running. Brody Morris from a bullet from the point from Dawson Ellis and Dylan Ingram tied it at 2. Elijah Bratney from Dawson Ellis and Dylan Ingram again gave the Oil Kings their first lead of the series. Ben Finkelstein from Brett Gustafson and Ryan Lau gave the Manotick Mariners the tie, and that is the way it ended after regulation. The shots on goal, again, 48 for Manotick, 27 for Tweed. 13 of them came in that third period. Riley Tondro coming in the the second period. He has stopped 13 of 16 shots. For Tweed, a .938 save percentage at this point, stopping 45 of 48 shots is Matt Lovey's. He's been spectacular for his Tweed Oil Kings, giving them a chance to get into this overtime period and pull off a miraculous comeback. Or will the Manotick Mariners go up 2-0 and have a chance to win the championship back in Manotick next Saturday night? We will have that game here for you on NPHL Central. No, Tammy, it's 20 minutes, and it is 5-on-5, and they go until they score. Okay, folks, are you ready? Yeah. Well, maybe Elijah Bratney will bring some gold to that jersey, Hughes. But either way, extra time is always fine by me. 3-3, series 1-0 for the Manotick Mariners. Draw 1 to the Oil Kings. Brody Morris, pass over to Vandenhert, picked off. Gustafson crossed the line, ripped it, and that's blocked into the corner, sends it in front of the net, and Brody Morris will headman that pass. Skating in on the right side is Colin Doyle, throwing it towards the net, and it's picked off by the Mariners. Doyle again, sending it low, trying to get it out in front to Doyle. That's knocked away and out through center. Vandenhert after it first. Going in behind the net and stops as Gustafson pushed him to the limit. Throwing it over to Brody Morris. Morris sends it and redirected inside the zone. Chance, a stop by Tondro in front of the net. The bouncing scores! It took 50 seconds, and the Oil Kings have tied this series at 1. That puck was in the air for a good, felt like 2.5 hours, and when it come down, it found the back of the net. Listen to this crowd. Wow. The never say die from the Tweed Oil Kings comes to the top of the water in this one. Unbelievable. They put their heart, their soul, everything on the line for this one. Blood, sweat, and tears, as I said in the opening. Look at some of the jerseys colored in it. And the Oil Kings have definitely something to celebrate here. Can you believe it? Unreal. What an atmosphere and what a game. This place has gone bananas. And for good reason. Well, that's all she wrote, folks. The Tweed Oil Kings have prevailed, and they have tied this series at 1. The final goal has not come up yet to tell you who scored it, but I'll tell you right now, my 3 stars, I would have to give the third star. I would have to give the third star to Elijah Bratton, I'm not even going to do stars. I don't even like doing it. But a great job all around by both clubs. Great job in net by Matt Loveys. Thank you very much. Very much. Thank you. We'll see you Saturday. Yeah, great game by Matt Loveys, stopping 45 of 48 shots. All-around effort by both teams. You know, there's not a lot more you can say. Both clubs deserved a W, but hockey is not a fair sport, and only one team can win. And tonight it was the Tweed Oil Kings coming up from a come-from-behind victory to win on home ice and tied at 1. 4-3 your final from the Tweed Community Center in Hastings County. For James Bull and myself and NPHL Central, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Saturday, but thank you for tuning in. We love bringing it to you, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Bye for now.